Here in this audience tonight sits the gentleman, the embodiment of the law. He said to me, I go home, I sit in my garden, in my patio, and I dream, but a controlled dream. He worked in the city, Culver City. He did not have the educational qualifications for the job that was vacant. He had to have a college education to qualify. He did not have one. Went to high school, and that was the last of his education. I saw the fall that came down from the powers that be. He is now, in spite of the so-called lack which by law he had to fulfill, didn't fulfill it at all. Did it all in his imagination. And now he is the purchasing agent of the city of Culver City. And that money is funneled through his hands every year. I asked him when he drove me down the other day, he took me downtown. I said, how much do you have to spend in the course of a year? He said, my budget runs about $800,000 a year. It all comes through his fingers. Everything must come through his hands that the city needs. He has to okay. So here is a complete violation of the laws of Caesar. They'll all be violated if you apply the divine principle of imagination. If you know who you are. If you don't know who you are, well then, you're going to abide by all the little rules and regulations of the world. I had a friend of mine, and he always used to say, when I would remind him of a sign, look, it said, no so-and-so. He said, it didn't say it positively. And so he went through life that way. It didn't say positively. I said, see, there's a sign, only those who are boarding the plane can go down, not passengers. Didn't say positively. He come aboard with me. I'm flying off to New York City, and here came Mort, and bringing a friend with him too. And I said, Mort, no smoking. Look, no smoking. Didn't say positively. And he comes on down smoking a cigarette and bringing a friend aboard the plane to see me off. Not once, several times, but that was his favorite remark. It didn't say positively. Well, in the law, as we will teach it to you through the weeks to come, and if you know exactly what you want and you dare to assume that you are what you want to be and that you have what you want and walk faithful to that assumption, though at the moment of your assumption your senses deny it and reason denies it, if you are faithful to it, it will harden into fact. Because the being that is doing it is within you. You assume this. That seemed an impossible thing for God to assume this little thing. But nothing is impossible to God. And he gave up his divine rank and assumed the human form. While in it, he is still God. He's forgotten that he is God. He can't pretend he is and play the part well. He has to actually believe that he is man. But he's not man. You are the being of whom the gospel speaks. You are that central character, Jesus Christ.